Camera is high definition video camera, waterproof.
Is that a phone as well?
No.
It's just a camera?
Camera.
Too cool. What else does it do? What else is it?
It's HD video and it's waterproof. So you can take HD video underwater.
I guess a few years ago you used to need something the size of a supermarket.
That's right.
Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai Melech, Adonai Malach, Adonai Yimloch, Olam Moed. Adonai Melech, Adonai Malach, Adonai Yimloch, Olam Moed.
הלב יעבור לכיסא הסנדקאות, אחי, אבי, אבי יבן. למה ביתי? טוב, דבר כן מכובד עמידה לברכות.
וצאצאיו חתם בברית קודש, על כן בישראל זאת, אין חי חלקנו צורנו, צווה להציג לידידות שאירים משחר, למען בריתו אשר שם בבשרנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, קוראת הברית.
אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, קיים את הילד הזה להביא ולאמור יקרא שמו בישראל ירחמיאל בנימין בן רמייתה. מחר יוצא חלצה ותגיד עמו בפרי בטנה, ככתוב ישמח עמי חמי ותגיד לא דבר נאמר ועבוך עלי ועבוך גוססת בדמי אשר קראת את אברהם ושותת יצחק ויעמידה יעקב ויחוד וישראל ברית עולם נאמר וימות אברהם את יצחק בנו בן 8 ימים כאשר ציווה אותו אלוהים הודו לאדוני כי טוב כי לעולם חסדו. ירחמיאל בנימין בן רבי אברהם זה הקטן גדול יהיה כזה שנכנס לברית, אז יזכה להיכנס לתורה ולחופה ולמצוות ומעשים טובים.
ונאמר
לחיי היולדת נחמה ילדה בת?
ברוך אמין.
יהודית גדולה. אל נא יזכה לגדל בנה, יחמיר ימין לא יראה, כל מה סיפרני.
ונאמר
כל הילדים העיקריים.
אלוהינו ולאדון אברהם יצחק ויעקב, משה אהרון דוד וירח ויחזק את האחרים עוד ירחמיאל בנימין בן רמייתה, וישלח רפואה שלמה לכל ימיך וייתן לכל אחד ואחד מחסורו ויעריף עלינו בגשמי ברכה ונדב רצון בזכות זה שאני נכנס לברית. כן תזכה להאריך ימים וחיים טובים ולשם לו משפחתו לחיי אביו ואמו, לחיי הסבים והסבתות ולחיי כל בית ישראל ונאמר אמן. עלינו לשבח ברשות הרבינו וברכת ניסה והרבים.
Say hello.
Last night, late, I could get a few words. Once it didn't really organize that much, it was maybe a little choppy. I guess I'll start off by saying, here we go again. And I want to start by giving thanks. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. Brit and Debbie. It's all chopped up, it's not easy. Thank you all who came and partake, who came to some or all. And Vicky and I really appreciate all of you guys being here. We want to first time, I want to thank an anonymous person who did notify me that this person has been to all 7 times. The only one. I want to thank you. Thanks to all the family, friends, grandparents, and all your support during this time. Thank you all to the doctors and midwives and everybody else from the hospital. Thank you, Vicky, for giving a person the best gift you could ask for. And most of all, I want to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for just giving everything in life. We named the baby Yerachmiel Binyamin after my father, Shalom. I spoke to his at Bar Mitzvah, which was also a Sudat Hodayah. During my speech, I briefly mentioned that what my father spoke about at Yishai Bar Mitzvah 2 years earlier. My father. Dad couldn't make it to the Bar Mitzvah. At that time, my parents were making Aliyah 2 months later. He was already sick, so he couldn't come back and go back again. He sent us a video which I played at the Bar Mitzvah, which I summarized at the Bar Mitzvah. At the end of the speech, he wished a personal mazel tov to grandparents, and then he mentioned Vicky and myself. To Vicky and myself. To Vicky and myself, So as I said, at the end of my father's speech, in Yishay Bar Mitzvah, he thanked everybody, and he wished everybody Mazel Tov. And when he left the kid myself, he wished us the bracha, Shefa bracha, which simply explained an abundance of brachos that he wished upon us. I remember when we were watching the video. After Eitan's Bar Mitzvah, it was hard. It was hard. Suddenly, there's somebody who at one point seemed invincible, isn't. Anyway, when he mentioned, and it was hard to watch, but suddenly when he mentioned the bracha shefa bracha to us, I suddenly had a very relaxed feeling, and the statement that everything will be okay. And a bracha from JD is truly something special, as I mentioned. It's also I mentioned Eitan's Bar Mitzvah. And since then, since my father's bracha, Shefa bracha, when I think about how life has been, Eitan, is Eitan here now? Eitan is doing wonderfully, right? And surgery and doctor's being success, and he celebrated Eitan's Bar Mitzvah, and in really a beautiful fashion. And then 9 months later, after my father's birthday, almost exactly 9 months later, we are zocher to bring a beautiful baby boy to fulfill the mitzvah of Yerachmiel. And which is a continuation of the neshama of the legacy of my father by using his name. As we know, the neshama has the word shem in it, meaning a person after the deceased person is brought down, brings the level of the neshama into the newborn. And when I think about it, that bracha of Shefa brachos did come true. There is so much I can say about my father, his relation to family, friends, Klal Yisrael, his devotion to Asiyat Torah, Limud Torah, his Kriyat Torah, and doing just what is right. I can speak about his relation to me, being the oldest one in the family. Sorry, Mom, but being the oldest in the family, I felt it was special. But I just want to read, if I'm not lacking time, I just want to read 2 letters that we received during the Shnat Avigdut. We have more, but these 2 just summarize what my father was about. It starts off here, Mrs. Witkin. I live in Rockaway, and I called her in the ship. I wanted to write a note as well to express my condolences on the loss of your husband. He used to do tremendous chesed on behalf of my family without making a fuss at all. I have a son with special needs, and Rabbi Witkin would take his paperwork back and forth to the appropriate office instead, so that my son could get the help he needed. We will always be grateful to Rabbi Witkin. So on. Another letter. This is, dear Mrs. Witkin, this is a very belated message of condolences, for which I apologize. Your husband was such an extraordinary person, I wanted to write to you. So many times he went out of his way to resolve conflicts between Title I. That was the program he used to work for, the Board of Education, the Board Title I teachers, and the school administrations with the yeshiva he used to be the liaison to. And it often put him in a difficult position. He was good-natured, understanding attitude, sense of humor, and was such a mensch. I think these 2 letters really sum up who and what my father was. My father was a real man. He always tried to take that extra step to help somebody. Yeah, and there were always little steps, but yet those little steps are what made such a difference in people's lives. As I'll say many times, point out that it's the little things that change the world, not the big people that always try to do, the big thing that people try to do, and it really never goes anywhere. This was said before, also at the Levaya and also at the Shloshim, that my father also, one thing he did, what he thought was right. He did not care what others would think. If something was right, he did it. If it was not right, he did not do it, period. In a world where so much is based on appearance and perception, to say that, I don't care if this is the way it's supposed to be, this is the way of Hashem, is truly something special. So these 2 characteristics, being a man and helping others and doing what is right, is really the foundation of a human being. And without the foundation, nothing else can grow. So between having the zchut to name a son after my father, which Chazal also explained helps give the child the koach, the power, the mazal, we understand it, for a person to accomplish what that person accomplished, and I have to add on to also have a mother like Vicky, who also has the those two wonderful characteristics of being a mensch, and always trying to help others, and always trying to do what's right. It's not exactly like me. We split sometimes because of it. But really, and many times over the many years I tell my thinking, they remind me of my father. I'm not sure if she was happy. But those two characteristics my father had and Vicky had, and with those two combinations, this child should turn out to be an extraordinary child. I just wanted to conclude a very brief about Torah, which Eitan has inspired me to write. Eitan was very a little emotional about the Brit Milah. So he crying a little bit, right? So I want to just write a short few words to help alleviate this concern. We see the Pasha of Pinchas in Paragraph Hey, Pasuk Yibet, that the Rebbeinu Shalom tells Moshe Rabbeinu, it says, he then noten lo everything shalom. I am giving you my covenant of peace. The next pasuk explains that the Brit we are talking about is the promise of the external kuna, as we say, which is the priesthood of Pinchas and all his future generation. The Baal HaTurim points out that the word shalom is written with a cut-off letter. Love is cut off, which makes it look like a yud, making the word shalom now looks like shalem. Or shalim, which is shalem, which means whole or complete. We learn from this that the promise of the eternal kahuna will only be applicable if the Kohen is complete and not a Baal Mukhi. The question arises, why does the pasuk tell us that about the requirement of shleimus in a coin from a letter that is lacking completion? It seems like a roundabout way of doing it. Listening, Eitan? The answer may be that there are times where to become complete or become perfect can only come through deleting something. And the best example of that is Brit Milah. Before the male child undergoes the removal of the foreskin, he's considered a Balmum, an Arel, and an uncircumcised Kohen, and he's forbidden to serve in the Beit HaMikdash. It is the Brit Milah that completes him and makes him a Shavai. And as we know, the Mishnah Nedarim says in Daf Lamed Hey, Daf Lamed Aleph says that it says Gedola Mila Shekol Mitzvot Shasei Avraham Lo Nikra Shalem Ad Sheimo Shenema Hitalek Lefanai V'Yei Tamim. He wasn't complete Avraham until he completed the Brit Milah. And Tagin Yonatan comments on the word Hineni Noten Lo Et Briti Shalom. And Pinchas he explains, according to those who say that Pinchas is really Eliyahu Hanavi, and it tells us that Eliyahu, and it's brought down that Eliyahu Hanavi is the Malach HaBrit. It is therefore appropriate that we learn out the din of shleimut from above, what we call above that was cut off, because in this way Eliyahu testifies that the shleimut of Klal Yisrael comes dafka through Milah, through Milah. So even though our son Yerachmiel Binyamin is not a Kohen, we hope that this Brit Milah represents for him the shleimut of Ben Elazar, Ben Aaron Kohen, and may be an example of shleimut that's removed